Hello, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our program, Our Love for Humanity. We are broadcasting live direct from Australia. I'm your host, Mary Winkler. I like to say good morning, Bacolod City, Negros Occidental, Negros Oriental. I would like to say good morning to the whole Philippines from Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. And also, I will extend my greetings of good morning, um, still overseas, to Japan, our viewers in Japan, our friends in Japan, in Hong Kong, Singapore, and a lot more. I'm just going to make it a little bit shorter here. Um, and also to Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, to Kuwait, Dubai. Now we're going to UK. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to our viewers in Germany, in France, Italy, in Sweden, in Norway, in California, South Carolina, North Carolina, and in New Jersey, in Guam, and California. And I would like to say, to cover everyone, good morning to Europe. Anywhere in Europe, in USA, in Middle East, in Southeast Asia, Africa, and anywhere you may be watching right now. Good morning to you. All right. Good morning to all our viewers in Australia, from New South Wales, from good morning to Victoria. Good morning to our viewers in Tasmania, right now, in Canberra. Good morning to Queensland, in Northern Territory, and in South Australia. Welcome to our program. Australia. All right. Welcome to our program. Today. All right. Sorry, I'm going to read my stuff. Today. Okay. Sorry, I'm going to read my stuff. Okay. Oh, actually, where am I? What happened here? Sorry, what the hell? Where am I? Sorry, I'm just lost my stuff. I got so much things here. Oh, I would like to say happy birthday to Vilrico Naya. I'm just trying to memorize your name, okay? Good morning to you. Happy birthday. And today you're going to be very happy because we are giving you 5 kilograms of rice. It's automatic for you. Okay, I was advised. All right, so now if you know Vilrico Naya, let him know, please. Okay, now sorry about that. I write this down and I lost myself. Okay. Oh, yeah, I've done that. Oh, okay. Now, oh, I didn't say good morning to the Kidlat Balita TV online crew in Bacolod City. Good morning, everyone. I hope you are all well and happy. Thank you very much for looking after us. And so, I am doing so interestingly well until I lost myself. Oh, okay. Now, all right. So now I'm going to do this. Oh, but before we start, I would like to let our viewers know. If you have teenagers, make sure they watch this program, because I will be giving information that it's very useful to all of you, not just teenagers. So wherever you are, you're overseas foreign workers or whatever you're doing, and even, of course, people in the Philippines, and all our viewers around the world. I'll be giving you information that will be very useful to you for as long as you live. All right. So, because of this, I would like you to please subscribe to YouTube and press the bell button, because this information you can watch, right, over and over again. And you really would like to do this, all right? Because this is not just easy to get hold of. I have been doing nutrition for 26 years now. I was concentrating on things that can heal our body, and so far it's been successful, and combine it with my research work for quite a long time now. I can help you. All right. So, okay, now I'm gonna read my Kudigo. So I won't be lost. That's why I have to read this. Otherwise, I'll be lost. All right. I don't know what happened here, but I keep losing it. Now, okay. So I would like to introduce myself to you for those viewers who don't know me yet. My name is Mary, and my middle name is Libuun Winkler, and I live in Australia. I am a clinical nutritionist and a professional stress consultant. And I would like to talk to you today about our country. Wherever you live right now, we talk about our country. All right? Your country, my country. Wherever we are, wherever you are. All right? So, and this is a very valuable information that we will be talking about. And also, we will continue to do our raffle for 5 kilograms of rice. For now, 2 people left for the lucky winners today. So get ready and join us. Tell your friends. Okay. Now, so first of all, we talk about our country. All right. Where you live right now. Where you are right now. Okay. I'm going to ask you a question. So this involves a lot of thinking. You can write it down if you like. You can put your answer down. But as I said, this is very good for you. All right, to make assessment of yourself. I just want to ask you a question. Why are you there? Why are you in that country? Okay. Now, there are a few things here that I've written down for you. Okay. It's because of your job, or because you're visiting your relatives, or because you got married to someone who lived there. Did I speak too fast? If I did I speak too fast? If I did, please raise your hands or make a comment. And okay, or you are stranded because of COVID-19. And you know the problem, people can't get back to their country as quick as they can because of what happened. Planes wasn't regular, and so they have to wait until they have been allocated a date and time for their for their trip. So, whatever the reason might be, we'll discuss that. And whoa, 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 whoa. I'm hearing myself. Ah. Anyway, okay, let's talk about. I can't see that, love. He's my engineer. I can't see that. That is so. I have no hope with that. Anyway, so can you hear me? Oh yeah, I can hear myself in there. All right. So if you went to that country or your country, for what reason? Okay, I'll just say sorry, I'll just interrupt myself here. I would like to say good morning to Apple Joy. Is there any more down below? I would like to say good morning to Gretchen. Good morning to Mansueto de la Cruz. Good morning to oh sorry. All right. Okay, so I've covered everyone. Now go back to this, to the country where you are right now, and why are you there? Okay. Now, why are you there? What are you doing there? Are you there because you're working there because of a job? Right? Now you can write this down if you like. What is your expectations of yourself for being there? You can answer that, right? And the other thing is, what is expected of you if you are there for a job? All right? And how long are you going to be there? And also, this is quite important. What do you do with your spare time? Do you get to see other people? Do you get to see your friends? Do you get to talk to someone, you know, face to face? Because I know we can all talk to Facebook, we can all talk to anyone online, but I'm talking about here personal contact with people. And do you do that by going to certain places that all, you know, other workers are there? So all right, I just want to get back to this here. I would like to say good morning to Gina. Welcome to our program. And also good morning to Patrick. Oops. Welcome to our program. Okay. Now, so with your expectations about yourself for being there, you can give me an example what your expectations of yourself for being in that country. Do you expect to be the best worker in that company or in that organization? Do you expect to be just a normal person doing what you're supposed to do? Or do you just go with the flow? Whatever is expected of you, you do it. so you don't get yourself into too much trouble. And the reason why I ask this question is because if you have high expectations of yourself, sometimes it can cause stress because you want to be that person that you expect of yourself. And because you're in another country, sometimes it might not work. It might not be um, what you think you can do. And if you want to be the best, it might not work because there are people there that are better than you. And if you then think about that, whatever, I'll just be whatever I can be. That could probably put your mind at ease. And you might not be worrying too much about competing with other workers, being the best of this organization, being the best of this company, unless you are a competitive person and all you want is to compete, because you will do everything to compete with that person, all right? Or to compete with the people around you. And for some people, that's very stressful, especially if you're not actually, people around you are not even bothered about that, or not really showing that they are worried about it, that they want to compete with you, and you really want to compete because that's what you got in your head. And sometimes it can be bad because you put yourself into that situation of competing against other people, which you don't really have to, because perhaps your employer already know and able to see your performance, whatever you can do and what you are capable to do. So putting more efforts to your job, will that give you more money? Will they give you a pay rise? So you ask that question as well, if it's really worth the trouble. If it is, it's entirely up to you what you want to do. If you want to keep going the way you're going, you want to compete with everybody, or because you want to be in a better position than what your position that was given to you, that take you there to begin with. And if you want to be a little bit more higher or even top, you will do anything, right? But you know what? I leave that to you. It's entirely up to you to work that out yourself. You need to make some sort of conversation to yourself, that do I need this? Do I have to do this? What do I get from this? If I have to keep competing with other people, what do I get? Will I be that person that I want to be? That's entirely up to you. No one can stop you that. If you want to keep going and be, because we're talking about here, if the person is a competitive person. Competitive person will do anything, all right, to compete. But a person who is more likely deal with their life in a normal way, and the person is still, regardless what's happening, still really work on the pace that you want to work, because that's what you are. And that's a different type of a person. So if you are that type of a person, I know you will be able to achieve what you want to achieve, because you work quietly, in peace, and in your own pace, right? But for a competitive person, if they have the stamina and the energy to do that, they will compete, right? There's no way they will, you can stop them from competing. But also comes a price of too much energy needed for that. And for some people who just go to work, go overseas, go to work, get a job, just get it done, and no dramas, just get it done. Get your work done. And you get paid, and you don't have any problem. So that's a different type of a person, and it could be a different type of a job. All right, so it's all different types of jobs that that we can talk about. So if you are, I know there's always a problem with too much, expectations of yourself. It can lead to some sort of a problem. And also, hang on. All right. And also, if you have high expectations of yourself, you can also become sickly, especially if no one or your employer does not expect you to do more or to give too much to your job because you're actually doing well, but you put yourself into that position of trying to do more. So maybe I would like to remind you that you watch yourself, because when you're overseas, when you're working abroad, that can happen because you are trying to prove yourself to your employer that you are a very valuable employee, and by doing that you do more. You are competitive, you are knowledgeable, you are very skillful, you've got everything that in you that you can give. But you must also remember that you're only a human being and you're subject to change of your health. Okay, so this is about your health we're talking about here, and so you take care of that. And if your employer is expected you to do more than what they ask you from the job they actually advertise, that's a different thing. You're already there and you have to do the job, because it could be under the bracket of other duties. Okay, so as long as it's acceptable, you work that out, and so what? You have other duties, you have to do it, you're already there, right? Because not every jobs, everything can be specific. There's always something, attached to it, and you have to do it. And you know how long you are going to be there. You apply for that job, you're going to be there for like what, 2 years or a year. And what do you do with your spare time? With your spare time, there are things that you can do. You are in a place, in a country where it's not your country. You are working and you're only there for a short time. Doesn't matter if it's 2 years or 4 years. I don't know what your contract is. I got no idea. So of course you find something to do on your spare time. Some people might develop their awareness that, wow, I can actually do import and export business. when I go back to the Philippines, I'll do this. I can, organize this and then start doing this. Importing, what would you like to import? A whole heap of clothes for women, or shoes, or whatever that you can think of. Even, for men, I know that we used to have a lot of visitors, sailors from the Philippines, which they travel everywhere in the world, and they dock here in Adelaide. When my mom was, still alive, she likes to host the sailors, and it started because one of my cousin was a second engineer in the ship, and we didn't know each other until I was invited um, to see this Filipino cruise ship in Adelaide, and for my whole family, we went there. I took my mom and my daughter at that time. So we went there, and they actually give a party, to us visitors. It's quite a few of us, and where I met my cousin, and he was a second engineer, and then I met other, relatives as well, and it's quite interesting. So we used to host them, and one of them said that I would like to live in Australia, and I said to him, "You need to apply. I don't know what can you apply for." And one of that person, I think already here in Adelaide, he applied for a skilled worker. And so one of his friend didn't really want to leave the Philippines, and what he did is he ran a business of metals, import export metals. That's interesting because from that conversation, we were sitting outside my store because they helped me set up my shop. And they actually did the shelvings of the shop. And we talk about business. And they said, "So what do you do?" I said, "I do this, I work, but I like to do this, import, export." And so they did. One of the guys said, "I'm going to do that, but I'm going to do metals." So he found something for himself to stop him from traveling all the time and, not being with his wife and his children. So that's very good. As I said, you may be able to tap into some business or something that you can do when you go back to the Philippines while you're there in another country, thinking about what you can do, not also to help yourself, but also to help, your country, the economy of your country, whatever um, goods that you can um, import, and also it will help and whatever you can do. Or otherwise, when you go back home to the Philippines, you might be able to set up a business similar to what you see, that but not exactly the same, and you can find yourself a different path in your life. That's because you went abroad. Okay, there's always a reason. So you went to another country for a reason. This is what I'm trying to um, open up your mind, that while you're in another country, you think, you just don't go there because you want to, because you are, oh, sorry, because you are being hired to do a job. It's not just that you went to another country for a reason. There is a reason. All the time, I believe there is a reason. Okay, if the reason is for you to learn to be independent, to be more reliant, self-reliant, and to be more understanding about people that travels and they have problems. It can be anything. Or you went there to learn something, but there's always a reason. Okay? So if the reason is that, and you find that path, a new path, I would like you to tap into that. That's why I ask you, why are you there? What really is the reason why are you there? All right? So you can work on that. You can ask yourself that and see if whatever the reason may be. Okay? I'm just opening up your mind. All right? To help you not to get bogged down of, oh, I'll be here for 2 years. I gotta keep working. I'll save this money, or I'll send this money that I earn to my family, and when I get there, probably there's hardly anything left. Now what? It's just like, oh, it's finished. So if you went overseas right now, you are overseas right now, and you're visiting your relatives, and here it is. This is quite good too. You went overseas, visit your family. Talking about overseas, all right? So what is your expectations when you go there and see your family? Okay? And also, next one. This is another question. What happened if your expectations is different from the reality of their life? What will you do? Will you do something? If that's expectation is not like what higher, will you offer help? Will you plan to help? Will you criticize instead because your expectation hasn't been met? I expect this family to be this, la 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 la, and you did not. Anyway, I just have to say good morning to my viewers here. Good morning to... Ay, naku. Oh. Good morning to Elizabeth. Good morning to Julib. Good morning to Maricho. Good morning to Janine. Good morning to Gina de la Cruz. Good morning to Nining. How are you, Ning? She's watching. You're beautiful. And good morning to... Yeah, I already said good morning to Nining. Okay? So I just want to make sure I say hello to you. And, you're not thinking that I keep on talking here and I, didn't have the time. Yes, I do have the time. I'll say hi to you. So go back to the visiting of relatives. Oh my God. So if your expectations of your visit over there hasn't been met, as I said before, will you do something? You offer your help, plan to help, criticize instead, say nothing because there's nothing you can do anyway. So maybe say nothing. And probably another question here. Do you just go with the flow? Ilonggo, we speak Ilonggo, okay. Kung ano man ang imo nga kadto sa ang purpose sa imo pagbisita sa pamilya mo overseas. Kagang imo mata, kagang imo nga pinsar sa ila, wala nagaserinanto sa imo nga pinsar, hindi man ni amo ang akon nga naabtandi, amo ni muna. Te, mabulig ka. Te, may plano ka mabulig. Te, ano ka, i-put down mo sila. Te, Ano yung nagambal mo? May nagambal ka? Wala kay nagambal, wala kay nagbulig, way kay hambal. Otherwise, plano ka na mabulig ka, di ba? So, kung hindi mo man na kuan close nga pamilya, kung ano dang ano sa imo, naging pakadto kanila, di sige lang, okay lang, wala kaso. Okay? So, enjoy ka lang. Just enjoy your visit and appreciate each day. Enjoy ka lang nga kung diin ka mo magkadto, appreciate ka lang. Hindi na kay, manda mo, yan agakatabo pag abot sa Pilipinas, da. Amo na ng kuwan sang Pilipinas, mga pamilya. Imbes nga buligan, reklamo pa. Baw na ano na yung pangabuhi ni Kwan. Baw, amo ni mo na. Na ano na sila, nga amo ni mo na. Tinga amo pa na. Kung kiputon mo ng sungad mo kag magbulig ka, way gid ka mo. Waay sang may mga sakit. Ang imo nga nerves hindi pa na matandog. Intindi? That would be me. I don't want to talk about those things that you can't, if it needs fixing, fix it. So, ang dason nga pamangkot nga ara kada sa why are you overseas? Right? We're talking about why are you overseas? Why are you there? Right? So this next question here. Dason nga pamangkot kay naman ka nangasawa ka, okay? So the third question is marriage. So you went to another country because you got married, okay? So that's your country now, correct? Being married. You're being married, okay. Oh, I'm married because la 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 la. Well, we're having problems, da 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 da. Stop. We're not discussing that today. All right? That is a very sensitive issue. There's a lot of tears, there's a lot of problem, there's a lot of headache, heartache, and all the aches. So we're not discussing about that. We just want to do this today. We gotta put this another time. The rest of this, the things that are not good, we will discuss it another time, all right? We will put time to it. And all of you who have something to say will jump in and say something. I will let you. But today, if you are in your country that you are in now, I'd like to say it like that. And being married, I'd like to say, enjoy your married life. Okay? We're not discussing about any other things about this one. Just enjoy it. The things that are not good, we'll talk about it because that will take us another 2 or 3 episodes of our program. So, the next one, okay? The next one is not stranded, Why are you there in that country? Because you're stranded. Okay? So we understand it's unforeseen circumstances. COVID-19 suddenly appeared and you were traveling or you were doing business or you were studying and you got stuck. Okay? So with this, of course you have to follow the country's instruction or direction before you can actually leave the country. Okay? Because they will know when it's safe for you to leave, and also with the help of the country of your origin, they will be able to, kung diin ka man nagalin nga lugar, ang imo na yang ginalinan nga lugar, kung sa Pilipinas ka, amo na sila ang monitor kag magsiling nga pwede na ang mga tawo namon kapuli are eroplano. This is our plane. So in Australia we done that. We monitor the people that were stuck in all over the world, and they were told that they can leave in certain day, and there's a plane allocated for them, and they have to organize their tickets, and they can live. But for those who reside permanently, the next question is this. This is a really good one, okay? Because I've been in this country for so long, and I wonder why. I'm not going to say why, the answer. Okay, this is a question. For those who reside permanently, the next question is this. Do you like your country where you are? What does your country have done to you? Right? Did it change your life? Now, I'd like you to do this. You do this because I really want you to think about your country now. Now, what have you done to the country you like, you love, you live in, and proud of in return? What have you done? Okay? I've been a good citizen. What else? A model of good manners and right conduct. I help people with health issue for free. I don't get paid. That's something to be proud of, but I'm proud of. Okay? There's a lot of things. I'm only saying a small amount of information, and the rest yours. It's yours. So do that. What have you done to the country that you like, that you love, you live in, and proud of in return? Okay? If I say I come from the Philippines and I'm here in Australia, I am here in Australia. I always carry myself in an acceptable way to other people here in Australia because my image as a Filipino will reflect the Filipino back home. That's why I don't understand when I see people from my country come to Australia and all they do is fight, put down other people, other Filipino, put down to the ground to the extent that they will just step on them instead of helping, lift them up, and be proud of them as a citizen of Australia. So it makes you wonder why some people come to another country just to do that. Because I looked at it and I say, what is that person have done? Not much. Not much. Why is it that the time spent is on putting down other people? Ginapakalain ang pareho nga Pilipino? Si Kwan amuni muna ang ginapakalain, maayo ang standing sa community. Hindi na dapat mag-involve sa komunidad sa Pilipino, kundi Australia as a whole. Hindi na. Kinanglan nga tag-isa-isa pa na kilala ka sa imo community sang Pilipino. Kung ang imo nga community ang ila obra, nagabaran suli sila sang kutso-kutso. Kag pakalain sa ila pareho. Kag kung ano man ang naagyan sang ila pareho, si Kwan amuni. Man ang ila na nga pangabuhi amuni, ano man ang labot sang pangabuhi nila. Sa ila standing sa bilog nga Australia o kung sa country nila kung di na sila ga-star. Ano man aya ang labot sina. Ang importante nga ang imo kaugalingon. You hold yourself into an acceptable position to other people. That's why I'm trying to do this today, to talk to you. Why are you there in that country? Okay? I hope I have given you a very clear information because you need this for as long as you live in that country. And when you go back to the Philippines, you carry that attitude of respect and being nice to your own people, not to show to them that you've done very well in your life and you just want to look down on them because they don't need that. Hindi na nila kinanglan na kung diin ka man naghalin nga kalibutan, daw si sino-sino ka na, kay te amo ni kilala ka sa amo ni, hindi na kinanglan sang tao nga ara da sa Pilipinas. Ang kinanglan nila, respetuhon sila, kag insyendihon, kay waay man na sila kahalin sa Pilipinas, kay may mga sirkumstansya man na sila ya, nga lain, hindi bala? Di amo na, okay? So, ang inyong answer, kamo lang na sulat. Kamo na sulat, kay kamo man na ma-assess, okay? But if you want my help, you can message Kidlat, alright? And I will help you. So, ang dason ta nga nutrition. So, I'm gonna have a little break. I'm just gonna drink water. For the next topic, let's drink water. Okay. So let me tell you about nutrition, okay? This is very important. You need to listen to this because I speak English very clearly. Do I? I know I've got Australian accent, so sometimes probably you think like, well, I didn't get that. But if you didn't get that, you let me know, okay? And I will fix it up for you. Okay, I'll go back to this and say hello to our viewers. Hello to Bilrico Naya. And Elizabeth. Oh, what did I'm just gonna have a comment here. Good morning to you, Elizabeth. Julep. Guapa, sister. Yeah, okay, whatever. Sige, okay lang. I've gotta read something here. You can't get me sidetracked because I'll go back to where I was discussing before. Yeah, don't forget. Thank you so much, Maricho. Please subscribe our Kidlat Balita TV online on YouTube. Okay, so subscribe Kidlat Balita TV online on YouTube. All right, so press the bell button for notification. Okay, do that because we have so much information here that you really want to keep track. And my brother is a pain. Lugtasan ka ang mangod ko. Where was I? I'm just gonna have to read your message. Okay, Elizabeth Mag-Usara. Really true, ma'am. A reason gid kay anak ko ang gwa for a reason para sa ila pamilya. Oo, sakto na siya. Hello. Hello, Ning. Good morning. May labas, may ano pa, kompleto. So Elizabeth was saying that that's why, ma'am, we we have to pray and hope and don't worry. Good on you, Elizabeth. Good on you. That's very good of you. That's what you should do. You're good. Good morning to you, Vilrico. Good morning to Rosello. And good morning. Um, Good morning, watching from Bacolod. Okay. You know, I can't read what you're doing. Um, Also, Yanibeth Lopez. Good morning to you too. What else? Thank you so much. Thumbs up from Vilrico and Maritzo. Thumbs up. Vilrico said correct, mom. And Gina De La Cruz, a lot of thumbs up from her. And Vilrico Naya, give me roses. Thank you. That prayer. And a love heart. Thank you so much. And Elizabeth, only I can say thank you, Lord, for everything. Yes, I've read your message, Elizabeth. And to John Donati, he gives me a thumbs up. Thank you, John. And to excuse me, Engineer Ake, what's going on? Thank you for the love hearts, Patrick and Florife. Good morning to you too. Florife is saying good morning, Batsmate. Good morning, everyone. Florife Fios is saying good morning to everyone and more power. Yanibet Lopez saying that's true and will recognize I correct. Good mom. And also a lot of thumbs up and thank you so much. And to Maricho is a thumbs up from her, so thank you so much. Okay, so let me tell you about nutrition. Okay, now listen very carefully. Okay, and I don't speak hard English, I speak simple English. Okay, from the time you were born, you are already being introduced to nutrition by your own parents, which they followed that introduction and pass it on to us. Okay, we then follow it and pass it on to our children and so on. Okay, if what we have learned are good, I wrote this down. If what we have learned are good, we can enjoy healthy life. And if what we have learned are not good, we will have health issues. Okay? Health issues. Talk about health issues here. All right? When we have health issues, life then comes life changes. Life changes, change of circumstances, and a lot more which can happen in our early life or our middle age, our teenage life, middle age, or late in our life. That can change our health pattern to unhealthy. It's not your fault. You know, when circumstances change in our life, especially if unforeseen circumstances, health issues will pop up and it's really not our fault. It happens. So Although we've been introduced by our parents, our grandparents, from that they got from our grandparents, they introduced us to good nutrition, good, eating habit, and making food correctly. It's not food that doesn't match up. You put this and put that, and they don't even match up, and you eat, you get sick. So our parents introduced us to good way of making food, and although we have that, but when our circumstances changes, things will change and it will affect our body. Okay, so change of circumstances. For example, right? I'll just make a very small and simple example for the people in the Philippines. Ang inyo na istaran, for example, settle na kamo. Golpe lang, hambalon kamo magsalaylo kamo. Kay hindi na pwede kamo da magilistar. So, bangod sina, nag-change ang inyong circumstances. Ang inyong health maapektuhan. Okay? Ang iban nga tao hindi maapektuhan kay nga solid gyapon ang ilang nga pinsan nga okay. Kung masaylo-saylo, kung di na magsaylo, sa laylo kamo tanan, okay? O kon ina man ang hindi lang ta mag-touch sa mga issue nga bangod kay ini, I'm a writer. I've written all these things for many years, and I sell books, and I have books that ready for you to read about all sorts of circumstances, all sorts of things in life that lead to all sorts of trouble. So as a clinical nutritionist, I know that changes takes a while to, when it actually grab hold of a person, it takes a while to sort out. Okay, so that's why I'm just letting you know that kung I'll speak to Ilonggo, okay? Kung baylo-baylo ang circumstansya nyo sa kabuhi, maapektuhan ka mo. Ang kabataan maapektuhan man. Nga maapektuhan ang kabataan kaya why man na sila involved sa magproblema. Maapektuhan sila kaya nga ikaw kung ikaw nga iloy, ikaw ang galuto, ikaw ang naga-provide sang ikaw ang providing care for them, bisan abana mo pagapangita kwarta maapektuhan ka kay ginapinsan mo nga ang abana mo ayan kung makakita sa kwarta amo nimo na ego na ayan sa inyo tanan amo ni di samtang galuto ka lang kung kisa siguro ang imo paminsaron hindi na man husto, kung kisa hindi ka nakakaon apektuhan ka na kay nga late ng pagkaon mo kung kisa lampas na, di ba la? Before then, you remember we talk about people that nga nakalampas sang gutom, ano ganyan tawag? Nalipasan gutom. Ang mga nalipasan gutom. Siyempre kaapektuhan ng ilang nga health. Amo na. So kung may mga nagbaylo sa aton nga circumstansya, amo man na ang tawo kung may example lang ko sa inyo. This is an example of the change. May kilala nga nagdaog siya sa loto. Pagdaog siya sa loto, damo iya kwarta. Wa na siya galuto. Ubra siya bakal pagkaon lang sagwa. Tas aga pa kaysa takan sa magluto. Hindi man bala sa gin-example ko lang na kay nga importante na nga mabalaan nyo. Nga tani mayo na to kay may kwarta na siya, why na siya nag-anto sa pangabuhi ya. Pero nadidbol siya. You know why? Kay why na siya nagluto. Ang pagluto, when you make your food, you know what goes in the food. You know how fresh is your food. Bisan utan lang da nga tangkong, balaan mo na, din mo na ginkuang utan mo nga tangkong sa imo likod balay. tinlo na. Okay? Whatever. You buy them from the market, is that clean? You know that. You wanna put something on it? Kung ginamos mo da kung ano, balaan mo ang unod sina. Pero kung, siyempre, siya bisan di na sa kanto bakal da. Hindi damo na kwarta. Wa ay matuigan. Nadula saya. Di na tingala mga tao, pero ako nga, wala ko yan nag-attend sa iya nga ano na. Kaya nalainan ko. Nasiling ko kalain man naman. Na, amo nang gwaya. See, I'm just giving you the example. That's a different example, okay? So, hindi kay tanan nga mga example, mahatag ko sa inyo, pero the good and the bad, right? Di amo nang circumstansya nga naglain, tani sa kaayo na to, that circumstance is supposed to be for the better, but because she ignored her health and her family, they didn't do well. So even though that they have to, that's why circumstances changes, you still have one person should be paying attention to the health of everyone. If everyone's getting excited about this, oh yeah, oh I got this, I got that, oh wow, shush, stay still. One person must stay still. Be still, be still. In your mind, be still. Because if you're a mother running this whole family or looking after your whole family, you need to focus on that everyone must be fed healthy food. And so if they can't, and in this, the example that I gave you, that woman, that she won so much money from the lotto, and then she stopped cooking. She's suddenly buying. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. She's everywhere. I didn't see her anyway because I hardly